Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Vussy Supreme Traders. It's your boy Vussy Magz, the one and only. If this is your first time finding yourself at the channel, you better subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell notification icon so you don't miss any drop that the boy drops. Alright, for all the recurring visitors, you already know what the vibe is. Welcome back to Supreme Traders, baby. And you know we're about to get business, and you see by just by the outfit of the day, right? You know the boy came in prepared and everything and all that, right? So listen, it's supposed to be a simple ass video because if you saw the title, you know I'm talking about demo accounts, and a lot of you guys know that demo accounts is just for practicing a strategy and all that. But I want to talk about something that a lot of you guys missed out, right? Which is like, as much as getting a strategy down and knowing how to use a strategy in an effective way is important, but we know that, like, listen, the only thing that can stand between you and getting money or you and getting paid from the forex markets is the broker, which most of the times they pose as like the good guys of the game, but actually they're just in this business for the same reason that you are trading, which is they want to make money as much as you want to make money. So you need to know the right people you want to associate yourself with, and also the people you don't want to associate yourself with. So in terms of like the broker, which is what we're talking about today, you need to know who is who's gonna help you get to like your goals in terms of like where you want to see yourself in forex. Also, you need to know who is most likely gonna delay that process, right? So in today's video, we're gonna check that out, man. Let's go. So in today's video, what we're going to go into detail about is trading conditions, different spreads and commissions, slippages during news events. Alright, we're also going to go through withdrawals, terms and conditions, and all this is going to be linked into why you should use a demo account first with every broker, right? So let's go. Alright, fam. So the first thing that we're going to discuss is trading conditions, right? So now when it comes to trading conditions, I know you might think that this one is an easy and simple one, but what you might not recognize is every broker has different trading conditions, right? So I'm going to make a very simple and an easy example, which I know most of the South African traders who've been around the block for a minute now are going to understand fully, right? So let's look at, on the right side, I'm going to have XM, and on the left side, you can put JP markets or veracity markets because you know they operate in a very similar fashion. So let's say this side we have veracity markets and this side we have XM, right? So say you want to trade the same instrument. The instrument that we're gonna use as an example is NES 100. This side you're gonna find it as US 100, which is XM side. You're gonna find it as US 100, and this side you're gonna find it as NES 100.CFD, right? So now you might think that the trading conditions I'm talking about here is the name of the instrument. So when I'm talking about the different names of both of the instruments, since it's one instrument, the fact that they both have different names isn't even the point of the example I'm making to you guys, right? So now you're gonna realize when you go to US 100, which is an XM, you can only trade it using one lot, right? So say for example on XM, you can't trade it with less than one lot, right? And when you go to veracity markets, you can trade the same instrument but different names. But now when you like trading it using veracity markets, you can open a 0.01 lot size, and then you ask yourself like, how is this possible, right? So the thing is, they just have different trading conditions. They allow you to open a one lot, just like they allow you to use the same one lot that XM does, but except on their platform, it's not going to be under one lot, it's going to be under 0.01, right? So that all by itself just simply allows you to trade the same CFD we're talking about, which is NES 100, but on veracity markets now you can trade it with a lot less in your account because it's 0.01. And then on XM, you might need to build up your capital a bit until you are able to open that one lot size, which is the same quantity in terms of contracts or whatever on both platforms. But now you gotta realize that when you're opening that one lot, that's 0.01, which is just the same as one lot, like I said, it's gonna be easier for you to wipe an account, because now on XM, another trader might have to build up their equity first before they can get to that one lot. But you, on the other hand, you might only have 500 rands and you open that 0.01, not knowing that it's really one lot, and blow your whole account like that. So that's why we're saying with demo account, it's not just about practicing a strategy, right? It's also about getting familiar with the market conditions of a broker, right? The trading conditions of a broker. Because if now you just open a live account and then you dive in without any experience of the broker, you're just gonna like do all these things the way you're used to doing it, not knowing exactly what you're setting yourself up for, right? So the second thing that we're gonna talk about spreads, different spreads and different commissions, right? So say for example, I've been trading for the longest time with XM, right? I also had a broker which is called IC Markets. Some of you guys might be familiar with it. I think they're a great broker, you understand? It's just for different types of styles, you understand? So let me explain what I'm talking about. So with XM now, the spreads on XM are very high. Well, not the highest, but they're high, like relatively high, to a point where a lot of people will say, hey, how are you using XM? Because their spreads are high. And I'm like, nah, like it's not that bad. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? So with IC Markets, their spreads are low, right? You might find that the spread on, say for let's use the example as Euro USD. On XM, the spread for Euro USD is gonna be like around 12, 11 pips or something like that, which means your trade has to cover 11 pips first before you go into profits. You understand? So that initial 11 pips, it goes to the broker. That's the money that they make. You understand? I know it's a lot, but yeah, they also have to eat. So now with IC Markets, you'll find that the spread for Euro USD is like 2 to 3 pips, sometimes even 1 pip. Then you ask yourself like, wait, how in the world are they making money? And then now you're gonna realize that the more you get familiar with them, you realize that they basically charge you to trade based on commissions. So the longer you keep your trades running, the more the commission like they take from that trade. So you'll realize that actually XM, they're not the bad guys, because that 13 pips that they use it, that they charge you as a spread, it's fixed, right? You already know how much they're gonna take from your trade. But now with commission, that value might as well go up depending on how long you keep your trade running. So I decided to stick with XM because I know that, like, listen, their spread, I mean their commission is close to nothing compared to like IC Markets. Whereas with IC Markets, their spreads are low, so you think like you're trading for free, but now when you look at the commissions, it's actually high. So you see what I'm talking about? It's different commission, different spreads for different brokers. So this is some of the things that you'll also find out when you're using a demo account, right? So the next point that we're talking about is slippages, and also slippages during news event. But first off, what is this? What am I talking about when I say slippage, right? So when I'm talking about the slippage of a broker, we're talking about, you know, when you like have an order or you want to buy, say the market is highly volatile and you buy, but your trade executes at a price that's higher or lower depending on where the market is moving. You understand? That means they failed to execute your trade instantly because of the volatility of the market. So you end up entering the market at a higher price than you wanted to, or you end up like selling at a lower price than you wanted to sell. Sometimes it happens as like when you set the TP or SL, right? So say for example you set the TP this high, meaning the price is gonna go up and trigger your TP, but then now the price goes up in a manner that, like, with high volume, meaning like it's highly volatile, goes up and it actually closes your trade higher than where you put your TP, meaning you close your trade, I know, with more profit. But you think that's a good sign, but sometimes that can happen when it's your SL, meaning it's gonna close your loss for an even bigger loss because the market was highly volatile. So these are some of the things that you might not even know or find out until you are knee deep, because you opened a live account before a demo account, and now you're only realizing once you take your losses and you look at the where your price closed, and you're seeing that, no man, my SL was here, and then this thing closed my trade 100 pips lower than my initial SL. Then now you're fighting with the broker, you're calling them scams, but it's only you who failed to test their conditions. How well, like, are they when there's news events? Like, is there any slippage? And if so, how much slippage do you get when you're trading news? Say for my fundamental traders, when there's a news event now, the slippage is even higher than when like a market is highly volatile, right? Because sometimes the market is volatile without necessarily be like having to be the news event. So imagine when there's a news event, that means you're even gonna get higher slippage. So if you're not like familiar with these things, these are some of the things that are gonna draw you back. Even if your strategy is as solid as my biceps, you understand?
Okay.
So yeah, let's take it to the next point. Withdrawals, right? So this one is the most important one because as you saw, man, like lately the videos I've been making is more towards the broker, and you might think that the broker isn't as important than you, than me making content that's gonna help you get a strategy and all that. But listen, the broker, like I said, is the only person that's between you and your goals besides the strategy. You understand? You might have the strategy, but the broker is very much capable of like holding you back. You understand? So now when you talk about like withdrawals is something that's like totally beyond your control. As someone who's like looking into taking your money to a specific broker, you understand? The withdrawal aspect is something you cannot prepare yourself unless you talk to other traders who are using the broker that you want to take your money to. You might look for forums and stuff like that, which I haven't seen a lot of. Like in SA, I haven't seen forums where we discuss like brokers and stuff like that. So it's even going to be harder for you to find out if the broker really fulfills the promise that maybe it's 1 to 3 days withdrawals. You understand? Some might say 24 hours like Veracity, and then people now are saying they're waiting for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you're like, but how? You understand? So the only thing that I can say about this is, listen, that one is a serious one, because if a broker isn't honoring the promises that they make about withdrawals, then I think you should leave as soon as possible. But for me, as far as like withdrawals goes, I feel like with XM, I've been with XM, right? I'm not the IB or any of those things. They're not paying me to talk about them. I just like respect how they treat their clients, you understand? With XM, the most I've waited was like 3 days. You understand? Usually I know when to expect it. It enters on the 3rd day in the midnight usually. So in the morning I'll know when I check the withdrawal is already there. Alright, so let's go to the next point. Terms and conditions, ladies and gentlemen. The terms and conditions. I know, listen, I'm just like y'all most of the times, except when it involves my money. And in that sense, I'm talking about when you're reading the terms and conditions. I know, like almost everyone, even you watching this video, I know when it's time to read the terms and conditions, you look at those long ass paragraphs and everything, and then you just go to the end, you're like, accept. I'm also like that sometimes. But when it's my money involved, hey, I gotta be a little more responsible than that. So I went through okay, so I'm gonna give you an example so you know what I'm talking about when I say the terms and conditions. I'm not saying read all the things, but usually just like with Veracity markets, I'm gonna use Veracity markets a lot in this video, right? So with Veracity markets, they said they had 100% bonus, right? So if you funded your account with 1,000, you'd have 2,000 rands in the account, basically. And people were like, yeah. And then what's funny was that when you're registering, there was also an option to not get that 100% bonus. I wanted to find out why, right? So when I checked it out, and it turns out if you opt for the 100% bonus, when you trade and make money, you can't withdraw your money until you've traded, over 10 standard lots. I think in the space of something, and like 90 trades or something. I was like, damn, do they know how many times do you have to trade to cover 90 trades, bruh? Basically, they want you to overtrade. When you're over trading, that means you're risking even when you shouldn't be risking. You're trading recklessly, which is gonna lead you in blowing an account. And the more you trade, the more they make commissions, the more they charge you on spread. So they benefit more from you trading that 90 trades than you benefit from trading 90 times, because if you know enough about forex, you know that over trading is the most, I don't want to say stupid, but it's the most reckless thing you can do with your account. You understand? It's not stupid, but it's very close. Stupid is like here, and like what I'm talking about is like close to you, like almost stupid, but you're not stupid because you follow me, obviously. So no one's stupid. Subscribe to my channel, so you're not, but you're almost stupid. But check this out, yeah, you don't never have to like think over trade, and every professional trader is gonna tell you over trading won't help your account. So imagine a broker that's encouraging you to over trade. That means they don't care about your success. They only care about them making money from you over trading, because that's how they eat. So people were signing up for that 100% bonus without reading the terms and conditions. Now when they want to make withdrawals, the broker's like, hey, whoa. 90 trades, boy, 90 trades. Then they're like, damn, them niggas are scamming. They're scamming us, Velocity scamming us. But at the end of the day, it's only you who failed to read the terms and conditions, right? So all in all, what I'm trying to say with this video, the message is, listen, using a demo account isn't only going to help you gain a solid strategy, it's also going to help you know which broker is the one for you and your trading style. If you're a fundamental trader, you need to go for a broker with less slippage, obviously. If you're a technical trader, then a broker with like some level of slippage might not hinder you as much as it's gonna hinder a fundamental trader. So that's just an example of like how much you need to use a demo account. So even when you have your strategy down and everything down, and you want to go to a new broker, always use a demo account if you don't know anyone that's already using that broker, so they can tell you their experience with it. But even then, you need to experience the broker for yourself. So again, man, it's your boy Vussy Magz. I came through prepared for this video, alright? So you guys better smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Alright, peace out, fam.